What is happening, people? Let's get into it. So yesterday there was just there was an entry. There was a couple of entries. Everything played out exactly how we wanted. There was just nothing. As you can see, basically, if we look at yesterday's open, which happened here, wherever you take a trade, you cop a break even. So enter here, unless you hit your 1 to 3 before it hits this extreme, you catch a break even, catch a break even, catch a break even. Like, there's just break even galore. So, and this was like this on every pair. So it's just one of those things, unfortunately. What we can do now is we can remove all of this. It's reacted off of that extreme, which I'll let you explain to you guys, could be an extreme coming into this week. We're now heading towards that break and test. This entire week, if we look at the 4 hour, has played out to like a T. On every pair is spot on. There has just been no entries on EU and GU. There was that one on AU on Monday, and that's it. So it's probably been not the hardest price action to trade, but probably the worst, unfortunately. So realistically, what we've got is that area is the decisional, and now we've got retest that sits here. So we can mark that out. It's looking like a no trading day, to be completely honest. No structure cycle, nothing. So today on EU, all I'm waiting for is basically this to come up here. Once that comes up here, we can kind of make a read and see what happens. Until we get that, we have absolutely nothing to work with. We've got our extreme that sits here. It's proven this whole area is a smart money trap. Like I said, we're coming for this low. And until it comes up there, there's just nothing we can do. Absolutely nothing. So we get to wait. I might leave that one. Cool. GU, same situation yesterday. Opened here, break evens, break evens, break evens, all the way down to the low. What we've got here is, I didn't expect this point to hold, so I'm not going to treat that as anything. What we're going to do actually is that's still my range that I'm happy to use. This was a decisional, so I'm going to mark that out as a decisional. Yeah, I still don't actually have anything. Kind of read this internal structure. Yes, it's mitigated this area. What I'm going to do, I'm going to remove that. Internal break, mitigation of area, no structure cycle, pull down, nothing, come to extreme. Medium inducement, still trading out of extreme. So we're still in this point. Realistically, it would be nice if we came all the way down, but we are still in this point. So what I'll do is I'll mark this out. We've then had another medium inducement here. So I'm just looking to buy. It's at the bottom of range that I don't think is going to hold. This will be a very short-lived buy. We can come all the way up here. Like, this is still my range. We haven't created anything new from that yet. Even off this, we didn't create a structure cycle anywhere. For me to use anything, this is more just break and retest. So I want to come and kind of, like, this is just internal. It's weak. I would say we're going to come up here. Like, if we're going to push up, I would suggest we come all the way up to here and fill basically this point. Is it likely? Absolutely not. So what I'll be looking at is buyers, take of this low, buyers. They're both retracement entries. I don't see them holding. Yeah, unfortunately. If we look again at EU, given that it created a structure cycle from this point, like, realistically, we're still in here and this is still break and test. So it actually hasn't confirmed the new range yet. So we can come all the way up to here as an extreme range. Like, literally, we could come up to here to then sell. I'm just going to work internal because this could just mean a new structure cycle away from the mitigation of this decisional. Whereas GU in that case did not do the same thing. I don't have that as the break. I still have that as the break. That's more just retest, like I've explained. So all of this liquidity holds no weight. So if I can get into a buy, I'll be looking to swing this thing. If we jump down to the 1 minute and what we've taken Asia lows. What I'll then be looking for is just some type of structure to the upside. I'm willing to buy everywhere in this range. So buyers on GU here, or the take of that point here, like that. AU, we have now broken the next low. So what that tells me, all of this can go. We're not interested. We are bearish on the 4 hour. If you want a little laugh, we look at the 4 hour. We've done exactly what we wanted, and I think we're coming to head for this point. Another 15-minute break, which is the same as our 4 hour internal range, which I hate. I'm so not a fan of that. That's our 4 hour internal range. And then our 15-minute range is the same. So not a fan at all. In terms of what we've got, that was the extreme area because all of this was filled. We've got a decisional that mitigated our extreme. So we kind of have 1 point. That's the extreme there. That's the start of the extreme. So look, we can buy off of this. We've had mitigation of a point that created a pull down in here. I don't think the point we're in now, I don't think this holds any weight. I don't really view this as a decisional. It didn't take any liquidity on the 15 minutes, so I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use this as an internal break, like so. And then what we've got is from that internal break is decisional, which obviously pushed and broke. So all I'd be looking for is either to sell back through this point or to buy from here. Selling through this point is higher probability, just being that it is, like I said, is a decisional. We did medium induce into it, so it technically is valid. Do I want to buy from where it is? It does make sense too. It's just very, very, very crap. So I don't see this point holding. Given that that is the medium inducement, obviously the medium inducement low, we can buy. It has, like I said, off of that decisional, we have medium induced here. So it's valid to buy. I'm just going to look for buyers given we're so low in the range. We'll obviously see what that kind of gives us. I'm either going to look to buy through this internal retest like that or wait for the decision to be taken to buy. But I like buys on both for both. If we jump down to a lower time frame, we'd basically just want a confirmation through this point that that's the case. That's my last 1 minute range, but realistically, my 1 minute range is still this point, which we've got a decisional, which we can come take. So I'm open to buys from both of those spots, given that this medium inducement is quite large. I do believe this point should push price back up. In terms of where we'd be targeting this point. This is the smart money trap high, but I think it makes sense to come all the way up here. So if we were to come up, I think we'd get something like that. Okay, so buyers on AU, GU I'm okay to buy and sell. EU I'm only okay to sell, and that's kind of it. DXY probably just pushing through this point. I think it will keep pushing higher, but nothing. It doesn't provide any of use for us. So that's what I'm looking at coming to today. Yeah, it's been a very slow week. So be locked in today. This is where the trades will come. There should be 1 or 2 a week. So I would imagine we will see a couple over the next couple of days based on what my data tells me. So we'll see how we go. Any questions, drop them below, premium below, Telegram below, and let's get into it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.